So, I mean, imagine the world's most traditional, strict, all-white dress code sporting event. But now imagine it's sliced up into 15-second vertical TikToks for a mobile-first audience.
Yeah, it is a massive collision of the 19th century and the 21st century.
Right, because that is exactly the reality you're looking at with the broadcast blueprints for the 2026 Wimbledon Championships.
Which is fascinating. I mean, the BBC just locked down the free-to-air rights through 2033, but behind the scenes, the All England Club has been sweating over their broadcast, looking, frankly, a bit dated.
Dated compared to the sleek, highly digitized coverage of other Grand Slams, you mean?
Exactly.
And to dive into this, we've gathered a stack of official BBC partner packs, some analysis from The Guardian, and, well, some surprisingly heated Reddit threads.
Which is a pretty wild mix of sources, honestly.
It is. But our mission for you in this deep dive is to figure out exactly how this historic tournament is radically modernizing to capture Gen Z without, completely alienating the heritage audience.
And the biggest shockwave here is definitely the departure of Andrew Castle.
Oh, totally.
I mean, after 23 years, the lead voice of Wimbledon is hanging up the mic. He told The Times it was a privilege, though he did admit his hiring back in the day put some experienced noses out of joint.
Losing that legacy voice creates a massive vacuum. It's like an iconic frontman leaving a legacy rock band.
That's a great way to put it.
Now, they are keeping Clare Balding and Isa Guha as lead anchors, but that decision is already facing some friction. The Spectator actually recently published a pretty harsh critique of what they called the Baldingization of the coverage.
Which is a heavy accusation in the broadcasting world. We're obviously not taking sides, but it's causing a stir.
Right, but what does Baldingization actually mean for you as a viewer?
Well, critics argue it means the broadcast spends far more time on celebrity interviews in the royal box or, slick studio graphics, rather than actually showing the raw grit of players warming up on the outer courts.
So, prioritizing presentation and gloss over the sweaty reality of the sport.
Exactly.
But, I mean, the BBC can't just fire the old guard and bring in a bunch of YouTubers. They'd have an absolute revolt on their hands from the traditionalists.
Oh, without a doubt.
They have to thread the needle here. So they're keeping legends like John McEnroe, but flanking them with this hyper-analytical, digitally savvy crew they're calling the modern vanguard.
Yeah, and this is where we see the broadcast mechanics genuinely evolve. Take Jamie Murray, for example.
Okay.
He is moving off the court and into a high-tech analysis suite. He's going to be using what the BBC calls signals data.
Wait, what exactly is signals data?
It's essentially a skeletal tracking tech that maps player biomechanics. So they use it to show us the literal geometry of the match in real time.
Oh, wow. So replacing Castle with this data-driven vanguard isn't just swapping out commentators. It's like swapping a storyteller for a forensic scientist.
That's spot on.
We're going from hearing a cozy narrative about a player's grit to seeing a literal data map of their swing velocity.
And to balance that out, they've got Andre Agassi returning specifically to analyze the pure psychology of players under pressure.
That shift from subjective storytelling to data-driven objectivity is just huge.
It is, but, this Vanguard isn't just about data. It's about algorithmic reach. They brought in former finalist Eugenie Bouchard, too.
Right, Genie Bouchard.
The BBC praises her contemporary perspective, but those Reddit threads you mentioned earlier, they are fiercely debating if she was hired for her tennis insight or simply because she commands a massive social media following.
We're just reporting what the sources say, but that obsession with the algorithm doesn't just change who is on camera. It completely dictates the format of the broadcast itself.
Oh, absolutely. The BBC saw a record 69.3 million online stream requests last year.
That is insane.
To feed that beast, they're launching a Shorts tab on their app specifically for vertical behind-the-scenes viral clips.
Because broadcasting today is about capturing audiences where they actually live on their phones.
Right. And this pressure is so intense, it's altering their flagship legacy shows.
And this is the part that hurts my traditionalist heart, honestly. The iconic Today at Wimbledon highlights show, which is now hosted by Casa Alom, is being completely revamped.
No more live shots from the rooftop.
Exactly. It's no longer live from that famous rooftop next to Court 18. It's going to be completely pre-recorded to ensure it hits an exact 11:00 p.m. broadcast slot without getting delayed by late-running matches.
Which is a huge structural change.
Right. I mean, if we're pre-recording the daily highlights and slicing up live matches into 15-second vertical shorts, Aren't we sacrificing the unpredictable live magic of SW19?
That is the ultimate trade-off. And honestly, the entire sport is feeling it.
Yeah.
Globally, the International Tennis Federation is even changing its name to World Tennis to try and boost participation by 30%.
Which I guess makes total sense from a marketing perspective. International sounds bureaucratic and exclusive, like a stiff governing body.
Yeah, whereas World sounds like a global lifestyle brand anyone can join.
Spot on. So the late night rooftop vibes are out. Asynchronous, on-demand consumption, and high-tech geometry are in.
Wimbledon 2026 is officially crossing the threshold into the digital age.
It really is. But it leaves you with a pretty massive question to think about. If the governing body is willing to rebrand to World Tennis, and Wimbledon is abandoning its live late-night broadcast just to appease modern viewing habits, how long will it be until the actual rules of the sport itself are altered to fit the algorithm? Something for you to chew on the next time you're scrolling past a perfectly manicured grass court on your phone.